All right, district breakdown time, and there's my man Jon Poorman from the Houston Chronicle. We are talking lower classifications, John, and we have Ruben Owens doesn't have 4A to push around anymore. He's gone. So El Campo's also got a new head coach as well. Talk about who might be dangerous in the Houston area in 4A. Could El Campo still step up and be that team?
Yeah, I definitely think that they could be. Obviously, as you mentioned, they have a new head coach in Travis Reeve, who, won a state championship at Cuero before taking over New Caney. And all he did at New Caney was lead them to a district championship in their first year in 6A. So, now he's moving a little bit back closer to home there at El Campo. And this is a program, obviously, that has kind of been built around Ruben Owens the past few seasons, but they've always got talent down there, and they'll have some guys coming back, that can contribute to, perhaps another district championship there. In 4A, I'm also looking at another perennial district title contender in Belleville. Even though they lost two Division I athletes from 2 years ago, they still came back and went undefeated in their district and took an undefeated regular season into the playoffs. Coach Grady Road obviously does a great job with that team. And then, Brookshire Royal, keep an eye on the Falcons. They kind of, they didn't come out of nowhere last year, but maybe a lot of people weren't expecting them to have the success they have had. You know, they really took another step forward and got into the playoffs. They have a young quarterback who's coming back in Penny Robinson. Keep an eye on the Falcons there in 4A as well.
Perfect. How about even lower classifications? I know Hitchcock's just coming off a basketball state title, and a lot of those guys play on the football team as well. Talk about them and maybe some other 3A or lower teams that might do something.
Yeah, Hitchcock is definitely a contender. They got the opportunity to play in some big games last season, and as you mentioned, a lot of these guys got to play for and win a basketball state championship as well. And one of those guys is their quarterback, Lloyd Jones the third. He's 6'5", power forward for the basketball team, but he's their quarterback for that Hitchcock offense in football season. So. Damian McDaniel is another two-sport guy. He was the MVP of the basketball championship game at the point guard position. He's a great athlete, can do a lot of different things for the Bulldogs in the football field as well. And then, of course, Columbus. The Cardinals made a great run last year. Ultimately falling short to Franklin, which there's no shame in that. We all know how good Franklin was last year. But Coach Matt Schobel and his staff have done a great job with that program as well. So they're definitely going to be a team to keep an eye on in 3A.
Well, that should be some good stuff. And next week we're going to start in our 5A district by district deal, starting in Division II and moving all the way up through all the 6A districts, and get us right up to August when we start to play some ball. So I appreciate you joining us, John, and have a safe trip to Mexico, my man.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, definitely looking forward to chatting, some football here leading up across the summer. So can't wait.
Perfect.